What is good, YouTube? Warstu here with a video on the future of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. So if you are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe to never miss any videos. So recently, Brie Larson has answered a question about Captain Marvel 2, and the response should actually be quite interesting. So at San Diego Comic-Con back in July, Captain Marvel did mention a lot of projects that he didn't really mention. He confirmed, obviously, the Fantastic Four, X-Men, Black Panther 2, and Captain Marvel 2. But at the month after, in August, at D23 in LA, I believe it was at, we got a release date for Black Panther 2, which was interesting. Everyone was speculating that Captain Marvel, Brie Larson, was going to be the face of the MCU going forward, alongside Spider-Man. Now we know that Spider-Man can appear in the MCU in Spider-Man 3, coming out in 2021, and also an Avengers team-up movie, which will most likely be some variation of Avengers 5, aka Secret Wars, or the New Avengers. But what is very interesting here, guys, is there was a lot of articles ran during, before Captain Marvel came out, that had featurettes saying that Captain Marvel, Brie Larson, is the strongest Avenger. She is going to be the future of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And then you listen to Brie Larson's response to when Captain Marvel 2 is coming, and it's a bit worrying. So there was a fake story a few weeks ago saying that they've lost all faith in Captain Marvel and they've disemboweled her and they've essentially snapped her out of the universe. Well, we're trying not to cover stories from that website anymore because I just don't believe in what that website does now. A lot of their stories are wrong, so I will try not to cover anything from... I just believe that I just don't want to cover their stories anymore. So, Variety, when asked Captain Marvel a question, the answer is very interesting, and I didn't really see this coming. Now, let me know down below, guys, did you? So, when asked by Variety if she knew when the sequel is planned, she simply said no. No. When she's meant to have a multi-million dollar, multi-movie dollar contract, and she does not know anything, or I'm presuming she's not allowed to say anything, because I believe that Tom Holland knew everything about Spider-Man 3, knew the release date before the new deal got negotiated. Because let's be honest, guys, that was one big publicity stunt. So I believe that Brie Larson does know when Captain Marvel 2 is coming. I believe it will be coming in 2022 or 2023. I don't really know what job I'm going to do next, which is very exciting. I don't even know what my life's going to be. Interesting. And most of the year, you know, I've had to do the press tour, but then the last half of the year, I've been focusing way more on just doing what I want to do that's completely outside of my job. So what generally happens with people in Hollywood, actors, actresses, is they do a movie and then they don't work for a while and they just do whatever they like. I mean, because of the financial stability they have in the income they make, they can do whatever they want. But Brie Larson, it's very interesting how she is supposed to be the face of the MCU going forward. But the story doesn't tell you that she knows anything. But I'm pretty sure as soon as we get into 2020, we will know. So what is interesting is they also asked her this question. One thing she won't be paying much attention to, any fans to take her comments out of context to make her look bad on YouTube or even try to review bomber the film on its aggregated site. So she was asked about, obviously, the YouTube video as well. I don't have time for it, you know? She said, I have generally never looked myself up online to explain who I am. So that was on about all the hate she got, all the YouTube videos saying that the movie was going to flop and all that kind of stuff. She essentially said that she doesn't have time for it, which is interesting. But as much as I think Brie Larson's cool, etc., I don't really believe that she's never Googled herself, because let's be honest, guys, I'm pretty sure every single person watching or listening to this video has Googled themselves in some capacity at some time, because let's just be honest, guys, everyone wants to know, if you say, who is Warstu, whatever, who is my name, I'm pretty sure everyone in the world has teamed up themselves. But then in the same, I'm not really sure, guys, if it's in the same interview, it was on the same website, Brie Larson says Marvel women have passionately told Kevin Feige they want an all-female movie. Now, you remember at the end of EndGame, there was this scene that everyone says was teeing up A-Force. Now, I don't really believe that scene was put there purposely. I just believe it was put there for all the females to stand in one position. I would say that a lot of the female cast members from Marvel walked up to Kevin and were like, we're all in this together. We want to do this, Larson explained. What this means, I have no idea. You know, I'm not in charge. And then she went on to say some pretty interesting things, in my opinion. I only tend to cover stories that I would listen to myself. I'm not in charge of the future of Marvel, but it is something we are really passionate about and we love. And I feel if enough people out in the world talk about how much they want it, maybe it'll happen. Feige has previously expressed his interest in an all-female movie, though no film plans have been green lit. Such as a movie isn't even in the pipework. But let's be honest, guys, you don't know what's been green lit. Captain Marvel 2 could already be in script writing, etc., but we don't even know. We do know that females are going to have a greater presence in the MCU going forward. We do know Black Widow is the next movie coming up in the MCU. It's a very interesting movie to set the MCU going forward, seen as the first movie in the franchise in Phase 4 happens to be a female prequel movie. It is very, very interesting. So something I've picked up on is I went to see the Joker movie quite recently and I really liked it. But if you kind of go back a bit, and I was one of the people defending Captain Marvel, etc. Now, the Captain Marvel movie, a lot of people didn't like it, yet the mainstream media didn't really focus on this at all, did they? No. But then if you look, maybe it's just a Marvel versus DC thing, I don't know, guys, let me know in the comments down below. But the Joker movie has come under a lot of fire because people are tweeting about it, because it's so sensitive. It made me feel awkward, stuff like this. I walked out of the cinema, someone dropped their popcorn, I got scared because it's the Joker movie, you know, and there's movies out there which are much more violent. You know, Rambo, you know, so many more movies. It Chapter 2, more violent. But I do agree with a lot of the comments and stuff I'm seeing around social mediums is for some reason the Joker movie is getting smashed in the face. Even though it won the best film at Venice Film Festival, it is getting punched in the face. Captain Marvel has not been set up to win any award, yet everyone wants Joaquin Phoenix variation of Arthur Fleck to actually win an Oscar. But the Captain Marvel movie got a lot of online criticism. A lot of people didn't like it. It made $1 billion. So it is interesting how there is a lot of conflicting differences in media, how they treated Captain Marvel to how they're treating Joker. They are literally jumping down the Joker's throat, even though critics did generally say it was good, and the audience score said it was even better. So I just wanted to add that point to this video, that they're being, I guess you could say, unfair to the Joker movie, because that's going down pretty well. It's caused a lot of controversy. Captain Marvel did cause a lot of controversy as well before it came out with the way that she conducted herself in interviews. Some people blew it out of proportion on YouTube and stuff. But for some reason, mainstream media didn't go after the movie after it was released, even though there was a lot of negative press. It is just interesting how the media, if you compare Captain Marvel and Joker, how they've handled two completely different movies, even though they're in the same space. They're both comic book based movies. It's just interesting, and I wanted to add that point to this. So are you guys excited for Captain Marvel 2? Are you excited for the future? Would you say the media has been unfair? Do you believe Captain Marvel didn't know anything about all the hate she was getting online? Now, I don't, mainly because she's got someone like a PR team, a manager who looks after her. I'm pretty sure she was told that people online were hating on her massively. To say that she's too busy to read online comments and stuff, she must have an Instagram account. In fact, we know she has, so I don't really believe that. I just wanted to deliver this kind of different video. And is this the real reason that people don't like Captain Marvel? I mean, I think it's fine, but she's got no idea when Captain Marvel 2's coming. Kevin Feige said she is important to the future. She is the future of the MCU. But for some reason, they don't seem focused or rushed. Maybe because Phase 4 is setting up everything for Phase 5. Obviously, 2021, we have Shang-Chi, we have Doctor Strange 2, we have Thor 4, and we have Spider-Man 3. Maybe it's because she's not going to appear. But then again, there are stories that she's going to appear in the Miss Marvel Disney streaming show, because obviously she's got correlation and she's got similarities to Miss Marvel in that. So maybe that's why she doesn't know. But like I said, guys, I don't really believe that she doesn't know. But I wanted to mention the Joker because it's really kind of annoyed me that the Joker movie is, as far as I would say, a masterpiece. But for some reason, the mainstream media, what I mean by the mainstream media is not the real media for me is kind of YouTube reporters. I mean like websites like Daily Mirror, Telegraph, you know, Variety, these kind of websites. They didn't report any bad press about Captain Marvel, but they are all jumping down the Joker's throat, started by the kind of, will this movie cause any violence in real life? And it's been proven that it hasn't really, although it did cause a massive outrage online. But the media is going after them, but there was a massive outrage about the Captain Marvel movie in its own right when that came out, just before, obviously it came out before EndGame. But there was no outrage about that. So I just want to know what you guys think. Like I say, guys, I'm always informal and I put our story out and I give my opinion. But it's just my opinion. I don't represent anyone else. But it is interesting to find out what you guys think. Either way, I'm looking forward to Captain Marvel 2. I did like Captain Marvel. I know that she gets a lot of hate online. I don't really... Maybe you guys could explain it to me down below why she gets so much hate. I don't really understand. But that's it for this video. So like always, guys, please like, subscribe, and comment. If you haven't already, please check out the Flash review that I did. I will be reviewing Flash all year long. I'm passionate about getting back into reviewing TV shows weekly, as that is the, I guess you could say, it's the foundations of how this YouTube channel started for me. So like always, guys, please like, subscribe, and comment, and I will catch you in another video very soon. Catch ya later.